the Warriors organization messed up the opportunity for Steph to get potentially 6 rings. There's 2 to 3 rings out there that are just wasted. They squandered it. They squandered the opportunity. They hate that.
Why are you complaining? What the fuck?
And I'm not complaining because I couldn't get my shit off in the stream because I was asleep. And Damo, I need you to say that I was right.
They won a championship last year. You weren't right.
1 year dictates that?
Kind of.
They won a championship last year. You were with Jordan Poole being a top 5 player on the team. You weren't right.
So we're looking at the future when Steph Curry could have more than those rings, more than the rings that he currently has. Because if they would have traded those players, and mind you, you keep trying to bring up Jordan Poole. We already did the rewind. I didn't say no, it wasn't.
You said the young guys. He was a part of the young guys. That was before he
was
paid.
Oh my gosh, you have a goalpost moving license.
You were talking about moving goalposts. You were super quiet last fucking offseason about the Warriors. You ain't had shit to say. There was no apologizing to me about the Warriors last year because they won. But now it's because now they eliminated. Now it's let's have a talk about Curry's future. Fuck out of here.
Because I also know the things that I say. I also know the things that I say don't necessarily manifest themselves just out of year one. I'm future thinking. So trading those younger pieces because they ultimately just punted on James Wiseman because they couldn't figure that the fuck out. And then what did they get back for James Wiseman?
Like 7 second-round picks.
Damn, yeah. Seconds. Yeah.
Okay, again, none of this proves your point because in the 2020 offseason, when you ask the question, what should the Warriors do with their future and with these draft picks? And I say, you hold them, you try to build and still win because you're the Warriors dynasty, your system works, and you can still win while having these young guys. And then in 2 years, with those young guys on the bench, they win a championship. You weren't right. Now, if you want to sit here and say now, a year removed from them winning a championship because of the bad play of certain players and bad contracts of Clay and Draymond, you want to be like, oh, well, now they don't have depth and now they have to, okay, cool, moves have to be made. But again, we had a conversation on, are they still going to be able to win in the 2020 offseason? I said yes, they went to win with those. James Wiseman was still a Warrior when they won, was he not?
I hate
was he not?
I literally hate when you do this.
Was he not a Warrior?
I hate when you do this. I hate when you do this.
Moody was there.
I literally hate when you do this.
Cum Bucket was still there.
I hate when you do this.
Them young niggas are still there.
You literally moved the goalpost.
I'm not moving the goalpost.
Because it was about the young guys. It was about the young guys contributing to the success of the team. And if you want to talk about practice and all this other shit like that, they won based off of Moody, Kuminga, James Wiseman. No.
How old is Jordan Poole?
Did I say Jordan Poole in that? I specifically named 3 people when we had that conversation. We rewound the tape.
Specific young guys.
We rewound the tape several times. You literally rewound the tape yourself. You literally rewound the tape yourself.
Even if that is true, Omar, even if that is true, and I will concede, the young guys did not play a pivotal point in them winning a championship. They still won a championship without trading for fucking Bradley Beal or Paul George or
how do you think they would have fared? How do you think they would have fared if they had those guys?
It don't matter. They won a chip. It don't matter about this year. They won a chip already.
What about next year?
They win. I don't give a fuck about next year. I was right. They still won.
And what about the year after?
Your point is null and void because in the 2020
Omar's the one goalpost moving, dog. I ain't going.
I'm not goalpost moving. I'm not goalpost moving. I'm not, bro.
We had a conversation in the 2020.
In 2020, what should they do about the Warriors' future? They won a championship based off of Damo's suggestion. That's enough for a gotcha, bro. Come on.
No, it's not. No, it has nothing to do with the people that I was talking about.
That's what you build championships for. That's what you build teams for. Not build championships. That's what you build teams for, is to win a championship. And they did that.
The whole point of argument of the
they made the right decision. Period. Point blank.
Was to be deep, try to build and develop these guys so they can help them win on top of the system they already have in place. Now, again, Cum Bucket didn't contribute. Wiseman didn't contribute. Moody didn't contribute. Even though you didn't say him, Jordan Poole did contribute. And even though you didn't say it, Jordan Poole was another one of those young guys niggas considered. Like you said, you did call him a G League guy. You said it's nothing but these G Leaguers, these guys that don't need to be in the NBA. He was one of those guys you were referring to, though, because he was one of the G Leaguers. You said these guys aren't guys to help. And Jordan Poole, yet again, when 2022 arrived, Jordan Poole had a great season. He had a great playoff run, and he contributed. He did. The G League guy contributed. Now, maybe not the young guys you said should be traded, but the G League guy you said, oh man, how are these Gary Paytons? How are these guys that are just G Leaguers going to help win a championship? They did that. So what are we talking about? It didn't work the following year. Cool. They still won another championship with those guys on the team. No other superstars. Just their system. Just their dynasty. Just the Warriors.
Head ass.
That was so
okay, Corn.
That was so nasty. It was disgusting. So, like I said, last year it went through an East when weren't the Lakers injured? No. Yes.
Last year.
Yeah,
so.
We had injuries, but we had Westbrook, so we missed the playoffs.
So like I said, they went through not 100% Lakers. Cool. Like some people are saying, they overachieved. They beat a sorry Celtics team in the finals. They won the championship. Cool. My conversation was about future building. Your future is not just 1 year. If you're a GM, owner, anybody that's trying to look at the league or look at the future, you're not looking at just 1 year. You had guys, high draft pick guys that were supposed to be key and pivotal pieces to your team, contribute and add to what you have going on. Those guys are not looking and do not look to be those guys. And those guys look unhappy. So with that being said, do I think it would still be a better move? I don't think last year wouldn't have been any different if they moved off of Wiseman, Moody, Kuminga, whatever. If they moved off those guys or if they kept them. Last year would have happened. These next few years is what I'm talking about. In 2020, you didn't say in 2024, 2025, and 2026 what the Warriors going to be. You just said, what does their future look like? And you said bleak, winning championships, which was wrong. I didn't say you're adding sauce.
You're adding things. You're adding sauce.
Bleak, winning championships. If you can point back, look at you adding. You're adding sauce. I didn't say that. I didn't say that, Damo. I didn't say that. If you want me to say that, so it makes your point better, that's fine. But I didn't say that. It's bleak winning championships. I said for the future, these young guys. Look at you alluding to.
That's what you alluded to.
That's you.
That's how I interpreted what you said, Omar.
That's you and your problem, but that's not what I said. That's not what I said. I said going forward, and it's fine if you don't want to apologize because you were wrong. That's fine. These guys, these young guys suck, and they'll ultimately end up punting on these young guys because they can't contribute to the fucking team.
They all got one of these right here. They all got them. Whether they contributed or not, they didn't need to trade them for them to win.
That mean the 18th nigga got it.
Hey, they didn't need to trade them for them to win.
They damn sure needed it this year, right? And they damn sure gonna need it next year, right? And they damn sure gonna need it the year after that, right?
Let's see what they do in the offseason. I don't know what they're doing in the offseason. Maybe they trade all the young niggas in the offseason. Cool. And then let's see what they do. All I know is in 2020 offseason, when I said and I presented the idea, hey, let's keep the young guys, try to build. Let's pull a Spurs. Let's try to build and compete at the same time.
And they failed. And they failed.
If you're calling another championship a failure, then okay, Omar. Coming from a fucking Hawks fan, I find that hard to believe.
And they failed.
I find it hard to believe. If the Hawks won one championship with Trae Young in 8 years, you'd have been like,
"That's all you fucking need, dog." I ain't gonna lie.
Shit, he got one. I haven't seen any in my 26, 27 years on Earth. I haven't seen my team in the finals. But Trae Young wins one ring, you'd have been like, hey, maybe we should trade him for Luka. If Trae Young gets one ring for the Hawks and Luka doesn't get none, you're going to sit up here and say the trade was successful because we got a ring out of it.
I'm not. I'm telling you I'm not. I'm telling you I won't. You telling me what I would say, I'm telling you I would not.
Okay, I'm on.
I wouldn't. And to say that one ring is it, Bezos, that's a lie too. Milwaukee fired Coach Bud. Don't sit here and fucking lie. Don't lie. That's cap.
Is it enough for the Lakers fan base? Because when we were having those conversations about like, yo, did the Lakers lose the AD trade because of the future?
I don't know. Where's
what
Frank
do the Lakers say?
Where's Frank Vogel right now? Where's Frank Vogel?
I'm talking about the AD trade. Damo and Sage, do y'all regret that trade? Or do you guys just say, oh, we got that ring in 2020, we good. Whatever the fuck happens for our future is what it is.
I'm just a reporter on the situation right now. You guys are skooking. Right. I'm gonna just let you guys continue to skook. Leave me out of this. Go ahead. Proceed. Pod.
Let me read these last couple because we just got some.
No,
if you're not gonna answer, Zion
if I'm necessary to answer, keep it going. I answer.
Answer it. Do you think This is your opinion. Ain't nothing wrong.
If we had never been in contention again, shit, I ain't gonna lie, still yeah.
You got one.
Still yeah. Barely.
If we never are in contention again,
it would hurt. It would hurt a lot.
That's such a hyperbolic statement, bro. That's not that move is not setting them back for the next 15 years, dog.
Oh no. During Braun. So like during Braun's contract. So like if during Braun's contract, I'd say for 4 years.
Let's just like y'all didn't trade for AD. Y'all kept the young guys,
right?
And they panned out to be better than what they ended up being,
right?
But y'all, I don't know, like that.
We conference finals. We maxed out a conference finals.
Essentially like the prospects of building a team that'll last longer and be more successful longer. Would you rather have that or just a guarantee, we win in 2020?
I'll take the guarantee one, but it's a conversation.
Any team would.
I'll take the guarantee.
I'll say this. Any franchise that's seen their fucking team win a ring would say, yeah, it's worth it. But if you haven't, if your whole life, your team has only exceeded, 2 conference finals, your whole life, you probably would say, long-term success would actually be good.
You know what's funny about this conversation?
And to the Budenholzer point,
there's different context.
There's completely different context, because what's funny is both of y'all are talking about leveraging future assets for right now superstars, which is the point that I'm making. Now, again, those right now or those future assets the Warriors are talking about had nothing to do with contributing to the success that they had. And nobody was talking about that. When we're talking about leveraging future assets, B-Souls' team has done it to get a ring. Damo's team and Sage's team have done it to get a ring. Yeah, it fucking works.
To get a ring. San Antonio didn't do it to get a ring. San Antonio didn't do it to get their rings, did they?
Okay, that's one. I tell you what.
And have I not been on record saying that I believe the Warriors are a new version of the Spurs? I view the Warriors dynasty, the Warriors organization, as an extension of what the Spurs did. In 2020, pull the tape back, I said the Warriors should do what the Spurs did and get young talent and try to build as they compete, like the Spurs. I'm comparing them to the Spurs. I'm not telling them to do what the Lakers did. I'm not telling them to do what the Celtics did, because they are in a different situation. They built a dynasty. They have homegrown talent that was able to exceed records, multiple championships, and entice the number 2 player in basketball that can play with them and compete. So it's different. You're right. You're right, Omar. You did recommend the Warriors do what our teams do. But guess what? They don't need to do it, which they didn't need to do because they fucking won last year, Omar, which was my point. They won doing what I said they should do.
Your San Antonio point is invalid. Okay. Because
even though they won.
Listen, your San Antonio point is invalid because when San Antonio was investing in their young future to build the dynasty for a longer time, those young pieces contributed to the success of the fucking team. Tony Parker did.
They picked the wrong guys.
You're absolutely. That's what I'm saying, Damo. That's what I'm saying.
They still won though.
Tony Parker worked out. Manu Ginobili worked out.
Jordan Poole, which was the G League guy that you
but
said,
we're looking at guys who are
Gary
riding the bench,
G League guy that was riding the bench like you said, and he worked out. They went back and traded for him this year
that don't belong in the motherfucking league, Damo. They don't belong in the league. They don't belong on that team.
2 things can be right at once. You were right that Moses Moody didn't work. You was right Cum Bucket didn't work. You was right James Wiseman didn't work for them. But you were also wrong, and I was also right, that Jordan Poole, the G League guy that you were referring to, didn't work out. And Gary Payton II, the G League guy.
You're right, Damo.
You said no. Pull the tape back. You can pull.
You have to. Right now. You've done it before and got quiet about it. You got quiet. You were wrong. You were wrong.
I admitted I was wrong in terms of you saying it was all the young guys. I admitted I was wrong there. Okay, little girl, relax. I admitted I was wrong in terms of saying you said it was all the young guys. I've been admitted you was wrong there. But if you're going to sit there and say you did not look at their bench and say all of these guys fucking 7 through 15 are not NBA players, if you're going to sit there and say you didn't classify Jordan Poole and Gary Payton, 2 crucial role players, in them winning, classify them as just G League guys that shouldn't be on the court. If you're going to say you didn't say that, Omar, agree to disagree because that's cap. You did say that. And those niggas actually worked. Like I said, you were right about the rookies. You weren't right about Jordan Poole and fucking Gary Payton. You weren't right about those guys. I was right about those guys. I was wrong about the other niggas that you were right about. But overall, I was still fucking right for the fact that them niggas won. They still won a ring.
This is Jordan Poole on the Santa Cruz
a G League
Warriors.
Guy. You call him a G League guy?
A G League guy.
How is this G League guy going to help win a championship?
You are adding so much fucking
pull it back up. Pull it up.
You're adding sauce. We did it already. We did it already.
It's gonna be great.
We did it already, bro. We did it already. We did it already.
So close.
We did it already. Hey, look. And
I
got shit. We did it already. We did it already.
We had 3 hours.
I got shit to do.
No, I do. I promise you. We've done it already. We've done it already.
If you don't call me,
all I said was Jordan Poole is a G League guy. And even the time that you re-pulled up the tape, all it showed was Jordan Poole is a G League nigga. That's it. He was in a G League. Gary Payton II was in the G League. That was it, Damo.
They still won. My point still stands. They didn't need to do it. They still won.
Okay. All right.
Oh, it's fucked up. All of this is just about to go left or right, depending on that one chatter. So let it be you that goes back and find out what was said. Someone, please clip it. Tag us on Twitter. I cash up you $5 if you do it, damn it. Someone get us the OG context of this debate, because that heavily determines a lot.
But look at how much he had to move again. This is the second time he had to move the goalpost.
You want to be right so bad, and you're not, because they still won.
Had to move the goalpost so far.
They won plus YB better.
You're making an argument that I did not make, so it really does not matter.
My argument was they can still win.
I'm right, because this argument that I made that you didn't make to counteract your argument is right in this context.
They won plus YB better.
That's what it is. Because you were talking about Omar, you were talking about 3 specific players, and now I want to make it a whole different thing. I'm right now all of a sudden. Come on,
they're not right. They won the championship last year. So
I'm speaking in your voice. Come on, bro. We gotta be. Come on.